Thank you for taking our time to take a look at my explanation on data analysis foundation. Today's video will be discussing on all you have to understand as an aspiring data analyst. On this video, I'm going to cover this topic, understanding what data is and what is not data. Okay, we call it non-data. So what exactly is data and what exactly is non-data? Secondly, we're going to discuss on what exactly is data analysis. And then we'll explain the 6 steps process for every data analysis task. Lastly, I'm going to explain the tools to carry out data analysis work. With these 4 topics, it gives you the fundamental base of data analysis. Now, let's start from number 1. What exactly is data and what is non-data? Before we start from number 1, if you know you've not subscribed to my channel, I request you to click the subscription button. It's totally free. And secondly, let me know what topics you would like me to cover in our next video and what exactly is data and what is non-data. Data is anything that is observed, that is stored or measured or recorded. That is what is called data. In a simple term, data is information. Data is anything that it's measured, that can be measured. Example of it is the number of views on a YouTube video. It's a data. Why? Because it's been recorded, it's been measured. Okay. The traffic camera footage stored for analysis, it's a data. This is the definition of data. Why am I saying this? For you to know this, it gives you the room to know what is non-data. Because what is non-data are anything that is not observed, that is not stored, that is not measured, or that is not recorded. Whatever it is not recorded, whatever it is not measured, it is not data. But guess what? Everything can be data and everything cannot be data. It depends on these 4 qualities. The example of non-data, the conversation of 2 people that is not documented or recorded, we call them what? Non-datas. Why? Because they were not recorded and they were not documented. Our thoughts in your heads, they are not data. Why? Because they are yet to be recorded or they are yet to be documented. So these are non-data. Everything or anything can be data if it is observed, if it is measured, or if it is recorded. Example, when you, as I'm speaking now, I'm recording myself. Now it is a recorded speech. This recorded speech, it can be turned into audio. Therefore, just because it is recorded, it's a data. Secondly, let's say the thoughts, if it is written or documented, your thoughts, if it is written or documented, then we can refer them to as data. So these are examples of what? Data and non-data. Now, what then is data analysis? What exactly is data analysis? Now, the word analysis, literally, it simply means for you to check or examine something for the purpose of explanation or interpretation. Data analysis precisely is the purpose of what? It is the process of what? Checking or examining for the purpose of explanation or interpretation. That's literal. This is the literal meaning of analysis. Now, meaning example of it is that when you take, let's take for instance, when you take a book and you skim through it, you are trying for the purpose of telling the person where this is, or what exactly this is saying, or what exactly is where this one is, or this one is. All these ones is called data analysis. Is called analysis precisely. Then, literally, what data analysis means is the process of checking or examining data for the purpose of explaining it to your stakeholders or interpreting it to your stakeholders. What is hidden that they don't know? Am I communicating? What is hidden that they don't know? Look, understanding terms is like learning a language, meaning understanding the data analysis term. That's why I'm taking my time to explain each terms. Understanding data terms is like learning a language. The clearer you speak, the deeper you will be able to analyze it. Are you with me? Because mastering the vocabulary and the insights will reveal themselves to you. Once you master the vocabularies, the insights will reveal themselves to you. So this is what we need to. What's insight precisely? I made mention of insight. What's insight? A deep understanding or findings that aren't immediately obvious. Now, when you have a data set, now the understanding or the findings, when you do your analysis, the findings that you bring out to your stakeholder, oh, with my analysis, this is what I found in this data. With my analysis, this is what I understand with this data. That it is not immediately obvious, that is not clear, except the analysis is done. That's what is called insight. So that's what I'm saying that, okay, mastering these vocabularies, okay, and if you master the vocabularies, and believe you me, the insights will reveal themselves to you. That's why it is very important that I explain these terms. Now, technically speaking, what exactly is data analysis? Data analysis is the process of what? Collecting, transforming, and organizing of what? Data. Is the process of what? Is the process is the collection and the transformation of what? An organization. Data analysis is the collection, transformation, and organization of what? Data in order to draw conclusion, or in order to make prediction, or in order to make prediction and drive informed decision making. This is what's called data analysis. Meaning, as a data analyst, your function is that you're going to be collecting data. You're going to collect data from your stakeholders. Once you collect this data, because you're going to meet some data that are very dirty or that are not useful to your what you're about to do, and therefore you need to transform the data. Now you're going to collect data, transform this data, transform it to where the process it was, whereby a lot of people don't, whereby your stakeholders don't know what exactly is going on with in the data. The data is not giving them any meaningful information. Now you will have to transform the data, organize these data so that you can have insight from it, okay, in order to draw conclusion from what you get from it, then make predictions and drive informed so that your stakeholders can make decisions not based on emotions, but based on data. Therefore, this decision they are making is called data-driven or data-informed decision making, or driven informed decision making, meaning the decision they take has been driven by data, not by emotion. I'm about to share with you the 6 processes for data analysis. Now, these are the 6 processes for data analysis. The first one is that you are going for every data as a data analyst, for you to solve problem to your stakeholders, for you to solve problem in the real world. These are the sequential 6 steps you must follow. Number 1, you must ask questions. Ask yourself or ask your stakeholders, okay, what exactly is the problem am I trying to solve with this data? As a data analyst, you are going to be giving data, or you'll be responsible for collecting data by yourself. Now, your first step is that what problem am I going to solve with this data? But in a technical terms, these are the list. Number 1 is for you to ask questions. I'm going to explain them. Number 1 is for you to ask questions. Number 2 is for you to prepare your data. Number 3 is for you to, we call it processing. Number 4 is analyzing, which is, then number 5 is sharing. And number 6 is what? Acting. We call it act. But what exactly these steps means, I'm going to explain them one by one. Number 1 is you ask questions to know the problem you are going to solve or you want to solve with the data. You are giving data, that's good, but what problem do you want to solve with the data? What problem do you really want to solve with the data is very important. You will have to ask yourself, you will have to think about it, you will have to ask your stakeholder, what exactly, what problem do I have to, do I want to, solve? The problem can be, number 1, let's assume your stakeholders want you to tell them, with this data you are given, tell them what are the 10, they want you to tell them the 10 highest paid employees in their company. They want to know this year who makes the maximum, who have the highest, who has the highest sales in their business. They want you to tell them, because the data is very cumbersome. They can't access it easily by themselves. Now, you as a data analyst, it is your responsibility to make sure you solve it for them by bringing it out, because you might have a data that is more than 1 million of rows or columns. Now, how are you? This data is very big data. It is your responsibility as an analyst to the company or as an analyst to your stakeholder to ask this question. Now, these are the questions you'll be solving. Am I communicating right? These are the questions you will be solving. Asking questions to know the problems you want to solve. You have to ask questions. And after you are done with asking questions, because some stakeholders don't even know what the problem is, as a data analyst, it's your responsibility to ask questions so that you can solve the problems for them. Now, number two is preparing. What do I mean by preparing? Preparing means preparing your data for exploration, which is, in a simple term or in a layman term, it's called collection of data. After you've asked this question that, okay, what exactly should I help you guys to solve? Now, the next thing is for you to prepare your data. What's preparation of data means? It's for you to collect data. And in this second step, believe me, you're going to collect data from different sources, probably. Or some companies might give you their data directly without you, personally trying to get data by yourself. In this second step, there's what we call, as we are going, we'll talk about it. There's what we call web scraping, whereby you will have to access their data from their website, or whereby I'm still in the second step, which is the preparation of data. Or another way is that they are going to give you access to their data. Now, first of all, you've asked questions to know what problem you are going to solve. Second aspect is what is prepare your data. Try to collect the data. Collection of data is a very huge topic that we're going to discuss in our further classes. Now, the third aspect is for you to process this data. What data processing simply means? It means for you to clean this data from being dirty to what? Clean. You have to clean the data from dirtiness. So that what do we mean by dirty data? Dirty data simply means data that any information that are not relevant to the problem you're about to solve in a data. It's dirty data. It's a dirty data to the data you have. Am I communicating? It's a dirty data to the data you have. So irrelevant data, okay, that are not useful to the problem you're about to solve is called dirty data. Therefore, for you to do your analysis well, you must clean, or you must shift it out all the data that are not useful to your problem you're about to solve or the question you're about to answer. This is what's called data processing. Now, the fourth aspect is what is called actual analysis. All these three that you were doing before, or the first steps that I've mentioned, okay, these first steps, the ask, prepare, and the process. Now, the first step is what is called actual analysis. This is where you do your real analysis. Remember, analysis simply means you going through something for the purpose of what? Examining it, or for the purpose of what? Giving a report about it. So this is where you do your actual analysis, of which you're going to explain that. Okay. Now, the fifth aspect is for you to share your data. Share your data through the act of what? Visualization. You have to share since you've analyzed, since you've go through this data and you've gotten insight, you find something from it. What you need to do to what? Share what you find out with your stakeholders. Share what you find out with your stakeholders. And how do you do that? It is through what we call visualization. And this is the sixth step. The last step, after you've shared what you have, now the last step with what you have, the last step is for you to what? Act. What it simply means, putting the insight into work to solve the problem. Putting insight into work to solve the problem. What exactly do we mean here? Is the process whereby you solving, since you've seen that, okay, this is this is what exactly is going on in the business, or this is what exactly is going on in the business. This is the highest sales that we have for the last month. This is the highest sales that we have for the last year. What then you need to do is to recommend solutions to your stakeholders that you think if we increase the sales of this, if we increase the amount of this, we're going to have more sales. So these are the sequential steps when it comes to data analysis process. Number one is for you to ask question, what exactly do you want me to solve in this data you are giving me, or in this data you want me to get? Number two, now get the data, either by asking them to give you access to their data, or you might be responsible for you to collect the data by yourself. After you've collected the data, the third step is for you to process the data. What processing simply means is for you to clean the data, from being dirty to what clean. What is dirty data? Dirty data simply means data that is irrelevant to what you're about to do. Or this data, there are some, structures that are not being structured well, so that you structure it, you organize it well, so that it can give you a good view to easily grasp what you're about to analyze. Now, the fourth step is for you is the actual analysis, whereby you go through here we have 4 different types of analysis. We have the exploratory analysis, and we have we have different types of them. There are up to 4. We have descriptive analysis, we have diagnostic analysis, we have predictive analysis, and we have prescriptive analysis. These are the 4 different types of analysis. We're going to share or explain them better in our next class. Now, after you are done with your analysis, then you now share your data. Share your data to your stakeholders using visualization tools. And lastly, after you've shared your data, now what you need to do is to recommend solution. Recommend solution to your stakeholders, then they will act on it. So these are the 6 steps when it comes to data analysis. Now, these are the 6 processes precisely. After understanding this 6 process, what tool do you use to take out this process, to implement this process? What exactly are the tools? Now, these are the technical tools that you use. The first tool is what we call Excel. You are going to learn Excel. The second tool is what's called SQL. The first one is called Excel. The second one is called SQL. The first one is called Excel. The second one is called SQL. And the third one is Tableau for visualization. Okay, or Power BI. You can use any of these two. You can use any of these two. Or you can, for advanced analysis, you might need Python or R. We call them programming language. So these are what these are what I'm explaining in my YouTube channel, which is Hassan the Analyst. This is my YouTube channel. And with this, my YouTube channel, this Hassan the Analyst, my YouTube channel, with that, it is there I'll be explaining my Excel, everything you need to know as a data analyst, how to use Excel, then how to use SQL, how to use Tableau to do your analysis, or Power BI, Python, or R. All these will be going to be explained in this channel, which is Hassan the Analyst channel. So what I'll advise you is to subscribe, like, and hit the comment. Let me know in your comment in the comment section, what topic would you like me to explain or discuss on. We are going to be stopping here.